Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to today's show. We have a special guest that Mike is going to be introducing today.
Hey, what's up? If you don't know who this is Mike. And we got a special guest in the house today. We got another Mike Martinez, known also as Triple M.
That's right. Your golden voice is here, ladies and gentlemen.
So, he's going to let us know what that third M is for, because I just know him from Mike Martinez.
Yeah. Everybody's always like, well, you're double M, you're Eminem. And I was like, no, I'm not Eminem. I'm mouth in your mouth, not in your hand, indeed, but I'm not no Eminem. My middle name is Mark. I'm named after my Uncle Mike, who served in Vietnam with the 173rd Airborne. He's still with us. Thank God.
Cool. Thank you for your service.
Yeah. So I'm Michael Mark Martinez. A lot of people don't know that. So that's where the Triple M came from.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like taking over Triple H's thing back in the day.
No. I'm bona fide Triple M. There's only a few of us out there, but I'm one of the real ones.
Cool. Well,
we need a Triple A too.
Triple A.
Hey, Triple A. We don't need no goddamn roadside assistance over here.
This fool. But anyways, welcome to the show.
Hey.
We're gonna talk about a lot of shit today. He's fucking funny. If you haven't seen his TikToks or his Facebook fucking posts.
Oh yeah, man.
He has his mask with him, so he's gonna let us know what that's all about too and shit.
This is the famous Boba Fett mask that you guys see in my post. If you guys are trying to follow me on the social medias, the TikTok and the Instagram are the same. It's at the number 3 PLEM 84. Triple M 84.
Okay, cool.
Huh. I was about to say it sounds a little complicated.
Well,
it
it embraces my Latino side, because if you read it right, it's Triple M.
Now I get it.
But yeah, it's nice to see you guys. I think it's been, about 20 some odd years?
Yeah, I haven't seen
something like that, man.
high
Junior high, high school.
Last time I saw you, we were wrestling around the classrooms.
Dude, whatever you guys do on your off time, dog. That's
not that kind of wrestling. So don't get jealous over here.
No. That's on you guys.
I don't have an OnlyFans yet.
Oh, okay.
Yet. Pictures are coming soon.
It's in the works.
If you had one, what would the name be?
An OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be easy. It would be my Jedi name, Juan Long Salami.
Long Salami? So you're a Jedi?
No, not anymore. I'm a Sith Lord these days.
But what happened with I thought you were a Mandalorian?
Well, here's the thing. Anybody can kind of be a Mandalorian if you follow the ways of Mandalore. So if you follow the belief, you're a Mandalorian.
The old or the new ways?
Whatever you want. I mean, if you want to hide your face under a mask, that's cool. I don't want to look at your ass anyway.
It's like what we've been doing for the last 2 years anyway.
Right.
That's true.
But it's funny you mentioned that. That's what brought this about. This is me saying, okay, I'm going to play by your rules, but I'm going to do it my way. And you wouldn't believe the reactions I get across the spectrum. People love it. They'll stop me in Walmart. Hey, can we take a picture with you real quick? Yeah, no problem. Because I'm kind of like saying, fuck you, but at the same time laughing and making fun of what they're doing. And then there's people that have like a real toxic reaction to it. And those are the people I love the most. Because they look at you cross, and then people don't realize what you're looking at under the helmet, because the visor kind of hides you. But when you're staring at me, all of a sudden, I'm going to let you know I'm looking back.
You gonna wear that shit later, bro?
Oh, bro, I wear this every day.
Okay, cool,
if I go into Target, Walmart.
That's what I was going to ask. So you just do it.
I called at Kaiser. Oh my God, they got so hot at Kaiser. I filed a formal complaint, because they wanted me to take off the helmet to identify myself after they already gave me a vaccine, and I showed my Kaiser card and my ID and had identified myself. They even went so far to say, oh, well, this note came from your doctor saying, we need to check your kidney function. Can you give us a urinalysis? And I said, yeah, no problem. And I went into the restroom, and I put the cup in the middle of the floor, and I did my best to fill it up. Okay?
With the mask on?
With the helmet on, because it helps.
With the helmet, yeah.
So that's why it was difficult.
I put down the little chinga, and
let you fucking narrow in on the fucking.
Oh man,
analyzing the disease.
My best.
Okay.
I did my best, and after the hell of a mess I made in there, they gave me
a quarter of an inch fucking urine in there and shit.
They gave me a bag of chips in a juice box.
The fuck?
I guess they wanted to say thank you, but they didn't go in there yet, so they might have given me something else. And on my way out, a nurse and a patient took a picture with me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's actually...
there was this one lady. I think, where did I go? We were at Stater Brothers, Smart and Final. right? And my girlfriend forgot her purse in the car, so I went out to get it. And I'm not. I have a Boba Fett shirt on. I have some kind of different Boba Fett shirt on. I'm a fun guy. I'm not here to harass anybody. But oh my God, you would have thought the devil was chasing her. She ran in and she went straight into the produce aisle. But little did she know, I like Pink Lady apples, and they have them there. So I went to go pick my apples, man. Next time I saw her, she was hiding somewhere in the frozen food section behind the fucking shrimp.
Why? She thought you were trying to fucking do something
Yeah,
crazy?
she thought I was trying to stalk her, and I was just like,
What was her chingadera down?
no.
Okay, so
That's why she didn't get the signal.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I get it. So it's different to some people, but a lot of people are like, that's fucking cool. I get it. And that's why you do it.
You need a backpack that looks like a jetpack.
Working on it.
With a fucking
Just little walking around.
with a
And
you know what's
chingadera on
funny?
the back?
little dog with a Yoda costume on.
I have the Boba Fett sweater that matches the helmet.
Oh, really? Like
Yeah.
the bodysuit looking jacket?
It's kind of like, those like Avenger ones or like the Wolverine ones you see out
Yeah.
there, which I also have the Wolverine and Darth Vader one. I'm a big fucking nerd, man. I still haven't changed from high school. I mean, it's funny. On Halloween, I went out in the helmet with my lightsaber, and I got into it with the Predator.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was weird. Like,
Was he full blown?
oh my God, it was so fucking great.
That's an interesting matchup because the Predator has the same shit where they
Well,
can.
here's the thing. It must have been after Arnold fucked his shit up because he didn't have the mask on.
Oh, okay.
Like, he came out and he was like, "Roar!" all that shit, right? And so he's beating his chest, and I'm like, there's a bunch of people around us, so I dropped the fucking scanner, and that's when he got real agitated and pissed off. So he started to come at me. I came out with the lightsaber, like, let's go, motherfucker. And then it was cool, man. It was almost like a high school fight at first, where everybody circled up.
Like just looking at each other and shit.
Yeah,
just-
like we were just
Squaring
like
up.
looking up, right?
yeah.
But yeah, it's a lifestyle, bro. It's a lifestyle to be me.
You gotta live life, man. You gotta have fun and just go with it. You can't be serious all the time, man.
And that's what I do with my posts. I know I get a little off sometimes because I try to ignore all the political shit as best as I can, but there's only so much that you can do to block yourself out from the world, right? Because no matter what side you sit on, there's no reason for us to fight, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the way I see it is, whether you're left or you're right, whoever's representing you doesn't give a shit about you because
True.
nothing has changed.
Yeah.
True.
Right? We're all here working as hard as our parents used to, trying to go through the same things they did, making a better life for our kids, and just trying to find our way through this world.
Yep.
That's true. I
Right?
agree with you.
Life's too short not to laugh.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Exactly.
That's why I try to keep it lighthearted.
Yeah, things have gotten real bad, too serious, and
Yeah,
everything is anger, violence, or
There's family members that haven't talked to me for like 3 or 4 years
it feels
Why,
like
why is
there's.
that? Because of the political
because of the
aspect?
political stuff.
But it's weird because there used to be like a gray area, you know? Like you can, now it's just straight black or white. You're on this side or on
Yeah.
that side. There's no like common ground.
Before we used to be able to say, you know what, that dude over there, he's an asshole, and we could agree on it no matter what color his skin was, where he came from. I don't care who you are. An asshole is an asshole.
It's like Mike back in high school, huh?
You know what, bro? It's funny you mentioned that. And I was thinking about
What are you talking about?
I was thinking about how things have come full circle because he used to scare the fucking shit out of me in high school, right? I remember a couple times, like him just dogging me, and I got out of the way of the water fountain, like, it's all yours, Holmes, go for it, right?
And that was a different mindset for me back then. You know
I
what I'm
get
saying?
it, but then, everybody has a chance to change who they are and create a better self that they want to be. And bro, I'm proud of you. Thank you for serving in the Marine
thank
Corps,
you, bro.
Semper
Appreciate it.
Fi.
Hey, well, you served as well, so thank you as well,
I
bro.
served in the Army. It was cool, but you know what the Army stands for, right?
Nah.
Ain't ready for Marines yet.
Oh, okay.
But hold
Yeah,
on,
that's a
hold
good
on.
acronym right there.
I
You
was
know
gonna
what?
say I eat crayons. Watch.
You know what Marine stands for, right?
No.
My ass rides in Navy equipment, sir.
That's all you can do back
That's
then.
true.
But to be fair, my father was the first recon Marine who served in Vietnam, so the military lifestyle was kind of ingrained.
It's always been in you.
My mom's a veteran, my grandpa's a veteran, my uncles are veterans. I come from a long line of veterans. It just kind of fit. In our family, the joke is, 1, you either become a productive member of society, 2, you end up joining the military, becoming a cop, or 3, you become a criminal. Okay?
each one of those has potential to make money.
My brother became a productive member of society. I joined the military. I'm a productive member of society. And I just won't talk about my sister about anything else.
we can decipher that one right there.
Yeah.
There's only 3 options.
Those 3 options.
No, but yeah, it's funny because I was talking to some guy that I do some work for, and he gets hit up all the time because he looks kind of like, like cholo gangster. But one thing he said that really stuck out to me was he's like, bro, it's 2022. All that gang banging, all that violent shit, hitting people up, it's over with, man. It's like we're out here just trying to make money, trying to make a living.
Bro, you know what's funny? The gangbanging isn't happening on the streets anymore.
It's on the internet.
It's behind the keyboard.
Yeah.
It's funny. And you get some of these internet tough guys, bro, and it's hilarious. I screenshot some of the conversations, bro. It always lands me in cyber jail. Okay? Like, this cancel culture shit is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And man, like some dude, I had made a comment about something ABC News posted in regards to a home invasion robbery.
Oh, so you're one of those YouTube comment people all the time that's going off?
No, I mean, if a post comes across my way and I watch it and I feel a certain way about it, you left the comment sections open. You posted it. It's your own goddamn fault I commented on it. And if you don't like my comment, yes, we can have a conversation. We can talk about it. But if you're going to be like, I'm Billy Badass, I'm here to show you you're not. You're all cap.
But you know what's wrong with that? That when you say something, like I used to say shit all the time too. I used to consider myself an asshole. I know I was an asshole.
Yeah.
And I've kicked back a lot because when you're an asshole, you just fucking asshole to everybody. And you tend to be an asshole with people that you love.
Yeah.
People that you care about. And it sucks. So I think in the last years I've fucking chilled. So I'm like you. I see shit all the time where I'm like, I want to respond to this so bad, but I know it's gonna create like you're gonna have 3 or 4 people that respond right away.
Oh yeah.
Against you.
And you already know who they are.
Exactly. You can show them the facts, and no matter what, they're gonna go nowhere.
To be fair, like I have a very unique political view. I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat. Okay. Because of how I was brought up, I stand with the Constitution and the original interpretation of that document. Now, if you're going to say, well, slavery was included in the Constitution, no, it has been amended. There's an amendment there to have changed that.
Of course.
So for you to have any counter argument like that, it's automatically shut down.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of things people don't realize is too much emotion is coming into political conversations for it to be relevant.
Agreed.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like you, I consider myself a bit of an asshole because I'm blunt and I just kind of shoot straight and say it how it is, right? I'm at that point in my life. We're all about 38 here, right?
About. We don't want to talk about our age here, but thanks for bringing it up.
I don't mind, brother. Look, I shaved my beard for this because I want to make sure I look young and beautiful on
I
camera.
don't even grow shit, though, so I ain't tripping. I'm 30. I'm about to be 38.
Well,
I don't even grow shit. So.
I have this because it kind of hides this now. That's why I'm still rocking the, But if what I say is truthful and it hurts your feelings, that's your own fault, right? Because the truth is the truth. Doesn't matter how you cut it. Facts are facts, right? If you're being an asshole and I tell you you're being an asshole, then you're kind of being an asshole. And it goes for me too. I can take the truth. Sometimes there's truths we don't want to hear, but we got to swallow that pill, right? Yeah. Yes, I'm a fan of the marijuana, right? I'm glad it's legal in this state and many other states now. I think it's a good thing not only for you to have something else recreational outside of alcohol to do, but look at all the revenue it generates, all the positive revenue it generates. And if you want to talk about the negative revenue it generates, if you're dumb enough to be smoking a joint or hitting your bong while you're driving and get caught by the cops, that operative word caught, and you get a ticket, it's your own damn fault. Now, for the record, I've yet to be caught.
But how would you get caught anyways? I don't think that's fucking... I've always thought about that.
I mean, that's just pretty impressive, hitting a bong while driving.
I'm pretty bold. Like, At a point, I was ripping the bong while I was driving. Like,
Driving? Okay, but that you're meant to get caught if you do that shit.
You would think. But I can tap dance underwater and not get wet.
You gotta improvise a little bit. You got a mask there.
Yeah, see, so
just wear a gas mask and
I always kept a McDonald's bag in my car, right? Because the bong fit in my cup holder. So I would just put the bag over that, right? And until he says he wants to search the car, I'm good, right?
So you never had a cop say, "Hey, why the fuck is your McDonald's bag upside down?"
Must have been the win, officer.
Well, you might want to pick up your fries or some shit.
No, I'm cool. I'm cool. We're talking right now.
I'm cool.
Bro, when I get pulled over, I don't roll my window down more than like an inch.
Bro,
inch half.
Speaking of getting pulled over, what's the dumbest shit you've ever told the cop?
Oh, I tell the cops the truth all the time.
Like what?
Like,
you take it as sarcasm?
Oh, okay, here's a good one. So I was driving back from seeing my kids in Moreno Valley, right? And coming down, I get off on the Sunset exit off of the 10. You guys know where the Hustler Hollywood is.
Yeah.
I know Cisco knows where it's at. Okay? So I take the left, and I'm going down the row of those cheap motels. You know, the ones that you used to go to after prom night and stuff. And I'm heading down Orange, getting to Puentes because I'm heading home. And I get rolled up by the West Covina cops, and I was like,
well, fuck West Covina cops, by the way.
Right? Oh, I know, bro. They're
assholes.
They're assholes.
They tighten their fucking handcuffs a little too much.
Too much. They don't know.
Kiko don't know about that.
Just so you know.
I have a positive experience as a police officer.
Just so you know, my safe word is Mandalore.
Kiko be riding along in them cop cars when they probably got us and shit.
Hey, brother.
I'd be riding in the front, dog, not in the back.
Hey, don't get mad at him. He's just trying to foster that relationship so when they go, oh, Kiko, finish that and then drive home, okay?
Exactly, dog. I did the right one. I know all the chill spots where they go to sleep.
They pulled me over. They said I was a little swervy, right? So I said, oh, you have to forgive me. My car's a 2004 Saturn with close to 200,000 miles on it. I have a little bit of an alignment issue I'm trying to get worked on. Okay, we'll give you that. But why does your car smell like marijuana? I said, oh, that's a simple one, officer, because I smoke marijuana. Okay. When was the last time you smoked marijuana? Maybe about 4 hours ago, right? Okay. Do you have any weapons in the car? Why, yes. Yes, I do.
Your Jedi lightsaber.
Well, don't get ahead of me, Cisco. Don't get ahead of me. What do you have in the car? I said, well, right there, officer, I have a big knife, and I carry a big knife right there in the front. I said, right behind me in the little compartment behind your driver's seat, I said, I have a staff that turns into nunchucks. And then there's the lightsaber. And they said, lightsaber? I said, yes, it's the traditional weapon of a Jedi. Okay? Mind you, my license plate frame is United States Army Chemical Corps. I have a Marine Corps badge on the back of my car as well, and a Marine Corps air freshener hanging from it. So they look at all this. Are you a veteran? Yeah. Where are you headed? To my aunt's house. Like, just turn left and I'm there. All right. Go home. I don't want to see you ever again. And we're gone.
Usually the veteran ID or the veteran...
Yeah.
The veteran card works.
Yeah, that shit works.
And of course, you know, I played I'm going through a divorce. It's a very stressful time.
He didn't tell us that shit. He
Yeah,
started breaking down. Please. He's
keeping
and a girlfriend and a wife on the side.
A girlfriend and a wife on the... It's funny you mentioned that. I had a customer ask me on the lot, like, hey, what's the worst part about this pandemic? I said, my girlfriend's been giving me shit that I can't take her out. Yeah, I said, yeah, I've been fucking stuck at home with my wife.
They just crack up and shit.
Oh yeah, man. I got a million of those one-liner jokes, man. I got a million of them.
Have you ever done any stand-up?
Yeah. Have you done?
I have. I did stand-up one time. It was fucking horrible. I hated it.
Did you really?
I hated it. People. It was at. I want to say it was like around 2012 ish. I was working for 24 Hour Fitness. I know how the fuck did I get a job at a gym, right?
You're in the background.
I was the assistant membership manager.
Oh, that explains it.
And you know what the biggest complaint management had was? How the fuck are you going to sell memberships and personal training and you don't work out? I said, don't get mad at me because I can eat grapes and look good. Okay? But yeah, a buddy of mine, Ace Guillen, very prominent comedian these days. He's been on a few Comedy Central specials, and he goes on the cruise ships and he does the comedy shows on there. Really great guy. But talk about getting thrown into the deep end. He was like, hey, there's a comedy show coming up. I want to show you the flyer. And he shows me the flyer. He goes, where the fuck did you get a picture of my face? And he goes, that's not the important thing. You're on the flyer. I was like, oh, shit. So I had to put this set together. And I mean, I have like, I think it's like 3 or 4 minutes that I did before I just said I tapped out. The crowd fucking sucked.
So there was no response from the crowd.
It was kind of a strange night. They were hitting, like a few people popped for what I did, but it was a tainted crowd, and there was a bigger act that went on before me, and he was making the rounds on the late night shows.
Gotcha.
So he brought a crowd with him. So when he left, that crowd left with him. Okay? And apparently people don't like jokes about the gym and old guys putting their cock on your shoulder because people are too comfortable with you at the gym. It's funny, though, a lot of my marriage jokes got over, so there was a lot of bitter people in the crowd. That tells me that.
They went through the same issues as you, I guess.
Oh, bro, like, the joke I opened up with was like, you know, you thought you jacked off when you were 13 a lot? Wait till you're married. Right?
It's like married.
I don't know how that kills.
But you know what? It's funny because I think the climate, comedy is changing.
It is, man.
It's like Married with Children. Remember the jokes with
oh
Al
my
Bundy
God.
and Peggy? He
Bro,
wouldn't want to have sex with her, and it was like...
That's the shit that I grew up with, and like I never understood it, and even to this day I don't stand it. Like, why didn't Al Bundy want to fuck his wife? Peg was actually kind of hot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You're right.
Like, if that came walking in on some stilettos and some Victoria's Secret, yes, ma'am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I didn't get it until you're married. You don't understand some of those dynamics, right? And I guess I failed the first time, so we'll see how the second time goes around. But yeah, I had some great jokes. Like, you really learn how to negotiate when you're married, because it's like, okay, so if I do the dishes and I take out the trash, you promise you're gonna give me the blowjob?
If you showered, fucker. If you showered.
That's the caveat. That's a caveat. But how
Did
much?
you shower? Okay.
That's held out till after you throw out the trash and...
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
but here's
That's
the
part
thing.
of that. They don't tell
You
you
shower before the dishes and taking out the trash, and no, you didn't shower before you took out the trash. No manches. I barely took out the trash. My balls
that.
aren't
No
even
manches
sweaty.
section coming in early.
I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I mean,
This is gonna be a multiple no manches show, okay? This is triple no manches with triple M.
There you go.
oh, damn.
That's what the third M is for now.
Yeah. So, you know, those little negotiations, but the joke that killed is the one I'm about to tell now.
So that one, like,
This one, I
Fucking-
dropped the mic and walked off after that. So
You have to.
I
You just
didn't get
felt it, huh?
I just felt that this was the one to do it on. It's very raw, and it's gonna hit people a lot hard. But again, I don't give a fuck.
Just how most people like it.
So we've had a rash of celebrity deaths over the last decade or so, right?
Yeah.
You know, like Amy Winehouse, Paul Walker. Paul Walker, you know what color his eyes were?
Shit,
are
I can't...
you doing a joke or are you asking me for
I'm
real?
gonna segue into these jokes.
Cool.
So this
No,
is
because
gonna
I
be
don't know
wonderful.
if I should answer fucking...
He doesn't want to be embarrassed.
They were blue.
Blue, right?
Yeah,
that's what I
one
was
blew
gonna
this
say.
way, one blew that way.
This fool.
Okay. Paul Walker was a very hot guy. Do you see the way he melted to that fucking seat? Okay. Amy Winehouse. They told the bitch to go to rehab. She said no, no, no. What happened? She died. She didn't listen.
To her own song.
Who's the only celebrity you can respect how he died? The crocodile hunter, Steve Irwin.
Oh,
He
okay.
died as he lived, with an animal in his heart.
You don't know how he died, huh?
Yeah, he got fucking harpooned with the...
Yeah,
the
the
fucking
stingray. So he died,
stingray,
he
yeah.
died with an animal in his heart.
I'm not buzzing it right now, bro. That's why I need to be
It's
buzzing
okay,
it.
brother. It's okay.
No, but I'm saying...
Wow, tough crowd, huh?
Right? Cancel culture.
But see, okay, but I know what he's saying. Like, I'm not gonna go to a comedy show and he says a joke like that, and then look, what an asshole. He has no respect for fucking...
Hey, bro, if people...
No, because I'm there. If I go, I agree with you. Like, I have a thing about going to comedy shows, and people that like haggle fucking the comedians.
Yeah.
Or they get butthurt about a joke.
But that's kind of rare now. I think when we go
No, hell no.
Comedy has changed when they're going after guys like Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
And you got to understand,
Dave Chappelle's dope.
our generation, we had Andrew Dice Clay, we had Sam Kinison, we had George Carlin, okay,
Bill Burr.
we had Eddie
Even
Murphy,
Bill Burr now.
we had Paul Mooney. We grew up on Dave Chappelle. We grew up on a lot of these great comics.
Yep.
And the whole point of comedy is being able to make fun of the world and laugh at it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No matter how offensive it is, okay?
Exactly.
Like, okay, I'll tell you a joke, okay? So, growing up, my parents used to take us to the circus, okay? And the best part of the circus was when the elephants would come up. The trainer would go get in front of the fucking elephant and would go, up, Gunta, up, Gunta.
Yeah.
And Gunta would get up, right? Oh, fucking everybody pops, everybody pops. So we were kind of little shits to my mom growing up, right? We were little bastards. And so we'd always give her shit. And she's always chasing us around. And one time we were like, Mom, come cook us dinner. She's like, fuck, fine, I'll get up. My sister's like, come on, Mom, come on. And she's trying to get up out of the chair. I go in front of the chair and I go, up, Gunta. And guaranteed she jumped out of that fucking seat to whoop my ass.
That's fucking
Right? Not a true story. Completely a joke. But the point is, people that don't have a mom are going to get mad because they don't have somebody
Or a disability. You know,
right?
Exactly.
And the thing is, it's like you're not disparaging these people. You're not trying to harm them. There's a difference between you being malicious with your words, you just making light of something.
Yeah. You see that sketch with on Key and Peele?
Which one?
With the burned guy on the
I love
wheelchair?
Key and Peele. Those are
Have you
hilarious.
seen that one where the burned guy on the wheelchair goes to a comedy show?
I don't. Oh yeah, that's right.
And all of a sudden he's talking shit about everybody.
But he avoids
He
him.
avoids
As soon
him.
as the light goes on him, he's
And
like, oh yeah, I can't see that far.
And he
Like,
goes, "Do me."
do me. He has all kinds of
Right.
problems. And then he
And-
does it and he gets all butthurt.
And is there a place to heckle? Yes. Yeah, there are a lot of places to heckle whoever's performing. At a comedy show, it is not.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with you.
Right? That's you're there to make fun of what society's giving you. That way you could take a load off.
You know what? You know what I think the fucked up part is? That they themselves say that shit inside, but they're not. They don't have the balls to say it. So when they hear, it, they're like, "Oh, you said it," and that's why I
Right.
think it's
Like,
like, dude, like you're being a hypocrite.
And
You're
I'll
the-
tell you right now, I'm a big fan of self-deprecating humor, right? I learned how to do it growing up to avoid some of the bullying. You can't make fun of me if I'm already making fun of myself.
Let me ask you a question about that. Wouldn't that kind of like obviously you've made it? You said you were tough,
Yeah.
but wouldn't that kind of fuck up somebody like self-deprecating?
Here's the thing. You got to get to a point being comfortable with who you are and know how to use it to disarm other people. It's not you really making fun of yourself
Gotcha.
as much as you are taking that ammunition away from someone else.
Because the reason I say it is because growing up, I always consider myself a funny guy.
Yeah.
Like, I like to say stupid shit. But I think I went more, like, when you said earlier about you being scared of me or whatever, right? Or people being scared.
You were an intimidating dude back in the day, bro.
It's the solos.
Yeah, it was the
solos. always.
But that was instead of self-deprecating, that's how I dealt with bullies. That's
Yeah.
how I dealt with, like,
No, and
it
I
was
get
like,
it.
man, fuck you. What are you looking at? You know what I'm saying? And
I will tell you this. There was one day, and I don't know if you guys were raised the same way, okay? My parents split up. They were fucking divorced. But my dad kept a very strict standard. You don't disrespect your mother.
okay.
I don't like her. I'm not with her anymore. But she's your mother. I'll whoop your ass. You say anything bad about her. Okay?
In my household, my mom would whip my ass.
Right?
It wasn't
Yeah,
even my
same
dad.
thing.
So my mom had got me some corduroys. Okay? And he noticed I didn't want to wear them. And he's like, why don't you want to wear them? Well, they're not the in thing. But I remembered you and a bunch of your homies used to always wear corduroys.
The solos.
Yeah. Right? So I wore them. And I swear to God, bro, I didn't even make it to brunch before I got hit up for the 5th time. Hey, what do you do wearing those? You banging now? And I was like, no, bro. No, I'm just with ASB. You happen to be walking by one of the times they were fucking jamming me up. And you actually said him straight, like, what the fuck are you doing to this kid? He's not one of us. We know who this kid is. He's that ASB guy. He's the nerdy guy. Leave him the fuck alone.
I don't remember this, but
Trust me, there's a lot of things other people won't remember of your interactions, but that was so profound for me that I remember it to this day.
damn, dog, you're gonna make me cry and shit. 'Cause I used to always think, like, no bullshit. I thought about this and I'm like, fuck, like, there's a lot of people that I've hit up. I think we had a conversation.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, bro, what's up? Hey, my bad. That was in a different time frame. I apologize if I was an asshole or this and this and that. Some people have been receptive. Some people have ignored me. And some people are like, okay. And so it's like.
Well, here's the thing. There's a philosophy you got to walk by. You may have been wrong, but somewhere out there, you did somebody wrong at some point. And everybody has a chance for forgiveness, a chance for redemption. Like I said, a chance to reinvent themselves in a better way, right? And I don't know what your circumstances were at that time. I don't know what your mental thinking was at that time. You were just in a point in life where you felt this was the way that I need to be.
This is the way.
And you grew out of it, bro. Yeah. And you're a great guy.
We compensate.
So right? I'm trying.
Right? Because I can admit there's probably a few people out there that are like, fuck Mike, that are like, really fuck me because I probably did them wrong. And if I did them wrong, my bad. At that time, I was a little bit of a different person.
Exactly.
Right? We all go through our things. Like, you overcompensated with that. My overcompensation in high school was my confidence. Being able to jump out there and be in front of doing the ASB dances and all that shit. Because I felt like I was unseen. You know what I mean? Like, I thought I was another face in the crowd to most people. And then...
That was your way of getting out there and saying, I'm here. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won 2 karaoke contests, by the way. Thank you very much.
We had karaoke?
Hell yeah, bro. You want to hear a little known fact?
Yeah, because I think didn't Mauro or Nico?
Oh, he did a corrido, right?
Yeah.
Back when they weren't even in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, rest in peace, Mauro.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Man, I remember they would sing in the middle of the.
We lost a few good people this year, man. A few really good people. We've been losing good people, and that's part of my philosophy to happiness, man. Like, life's too short.
Yeah.
Life's too short. Some grudges are worth holding. Most are not. Okay. But if you can't laugh about what's going on, you're doomed. You're doomed to be consumed by it.
Agree, man. Yeah. That's one of the reasons we actually started this show, because we would just want to talk about life. Because, like you said, it's a journey,
bro.
We were at one point in our lives, and now we've come a long way. We've learned different things. We're different people, and that's what we want to share and have these conversations like we're having now.
I'll put it to you this way: I'm not a college graduate. I tried twice. I failed twice, right? And contrary to what
just like his marriage. See, I got some jokes too.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. I like it.
Hey, Kiko just never join the military, bro, because
I was actually,
somebody had to be back here to be Jody.
Hey, that's true.
He had to take care of the women while we were gone.
I wish he would have done that.
Hey, Kiko, are you in a relationship?
Yes, sir.
Other than with yourself?
Nope.
And it's funny is, and like we were talking about, another buddy of ours, Frank Vargas, and like you guys are doing chill just where you're at in life, right? My norm, your norm doesn't fit everybody else. This is the kind of the path we're pushing. And you just got to find your journey. I never thought I was going to join the military. Well, I kind of thought when I was little, but...
You only had 3 options, remember that?
Right. I would have been one fuck of a criminal, bro. I would have been like a Batman villain.
Bro, I wanted to be a criminal so bad.
You know
I'm
what?
not gonna lie to you.
You wouldn't be a good criminal because you're easy to identify. The guy with the Boba Fett mask.
Brother, that's just one of my disguises.
Fucking holding people up with a lightsaber and shit.
Yeah.
Speak of the devil and he shall appear.
That's a good one. Bang.
That's actually funny. There's one character that I've only done a couple times that I'm very hard to get back into because once I get into it, it's hard to pull myself out of it.
Which is that one?
So you go that deep into character?
Yeah. Oh my God, my ex-wife hated this shit.
Is that why you did it?
Yeah, partly. My hair was still a little bit longer at the time, so it really worked. I'm really into certain characters, right? Like, everybody's a Darth Vader fan, but very few are really into Boba Fett, like the lore and all that. A lot of people like Superman, okay? And I'm like, fuck that Kryptonian, all right? I'm a Batman guy. to my heart.
Same.
I love Batman.
Okay,
Same.
I don't own any guns, but I have a fuck ton of knives and swords. All right, so I'm really into Batman, and one of the best Batman villains is the Joker.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got deep with face makeup. I did my hair, and I watched that movie. Over.
Which
and over.
Joker though? Heath
Oh,
Ledger's?
Heath Ledger's.
Yeah.
No,
Heath
that's the
Ledger's. Jack Nicholson's is cool. It's a very comic book version of the Joker.
For the
It's a
time.
very 60s.
It's
For
very
the time.
50s,
It's
60s.
in the vein of Cesar Romero, who was the original Joker from the Adam West Batman.
Mm-hmm.
But Heath Ledger was such a different turn that we'd never seen. And after that Halloween night, she said, never, ever, ever again.
You're just walking around, put a smile on that face.
Yeah. I was,
Is
I
it
can't-
creeped her out, or what the fuck? Like, was it that
I was that
accurate?
Like my voice was there. Let's put a smile on that face. Like, I get into the character. It's funny. I carry Jokers in my wallet.
The card?
Yeah. And you go to Vegas, you go to Venice, you go to Santa Monica, you meet these street performers, and I'll out Joker the Joker, and at the end I'll tell them, well, if you want to do serious business, here's my card. And then, I fuck with people. It's what I do. Oh man, you ever want to fuck with somebody? Okay, we have this thing in the car business where we call it poofing. Okay, doesn't matter what's in my hand. Okay, doesn't matter what's in my hand. It's now going to become a phone. Okay, just walk down an aisle of a store and go, hey, yeah. So we still doing that later? That person that you just said hey twice, but they're gonna break their fucking neck because they thought you were talking to them and just blow on by. I've done it a couple times where me and my girlfriend at the store, she's walking this way, and there's like a hen past her prime. If you catch my drift, right? I call them subwoofers because that's how much bass they produce. Okay. And you go, hey, beautiful. They fucking turn around with such doting, loving eyes to you, and you just look at them real quick and then do that swerve and walk over to your girl. And their life is crushed for the next 10 minutes.
Oh, that's funny.
That's kind of fucked up, though.
It is, but I mean, especially now, you're gonna get slapped one of these days.
Bro, I'm the guy that I would get entertainment out of fucking gluing a quarter to the floor and just sitting there and watch fucking people try to pick it up for the life of them.
Shit.
I've done shit like that.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
I called me and my cousin. We once ordered like 20 pizzas to the neighbor, and stood in the car waiting just to make sure that the pizzas got delivered. And when they got there, they were fucking like, we didn't order no fucking pizza. They're like, nah, you always fucking so much because there was 20 pizzas. This was back in the days when you could order without fucking. It didn't say pay, none of that bullshit. It was you call it in. But I've done shit like that. I mean, just for fun.
Oh, bro, me and my cousin Bobby, we were assholes. We would call like Jenny Craig. Okay.
Get consultation or
Get Jenny Craig, get him into it, right? Get him into it, and then be like, but I can still bring my box of Twinkies, right? The fun I have these days is kind of the opposite. It's these like scam callers, these fucking robo numbers you're getting.
I freaking hate that.
Oh
shit.
my god.
The warranty shit.
Oh my god. I had someone calling if I had $2,000 of unsecured debt. And I was like, well, I've got quite a bit of unsecured debt. And they're like, well, what kind? I was like, well, Wayne Manor burned down and we had to rebuild that. And they're like, no, not a house. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I had gotten my back broken and I got stuck abroad and I needed to come back, but the city was closed. So Catwoman helped me get in. And like, I'm still fucking with these people. And they go, what's your name, sir? My name is Bruce Wayne.
And they still didn't catch it.
And they didn't catch it. Oh, I love the guys that are calling from like the hotel. You're gonna get a 3-night stay. Blah 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 blah. I turn into Liam Neeson on them because they start getting snippy with me, right? And I go, listen, lad. I don't know who you are, but I have a very specialized set of skills that are a problem for someone like you. I will find you, and I will kill you. Bill collectors love that shit, man. Let me tell you.
That's
going
gonna
to
be
hang up or what the fuck?
Yeah. They usually click after that. Most recently, it's these Instagram scammers that I love the most.
Is it the ones that, hey, here's my number, call me?
Oh,
Like, when you're trying to buy some shit or whatever?
Can I send the access code to my Facebook to your phone?
Yeah.
And like, it's so like, aren't you using your phone, you dumbass? Right? There was this one recently where it's like, hey, how are you? Great. Where are you from? And I always come, Mandalore. I'm from Mandalore. Right? Oh, great. I love Mandalore. Blah, 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 blah. Right?
How's the weather?
Right? Yeah, exactly. There was one I was talking to like Yoda.
You were talking to him like Yoda?
Yeah, like Yoda. Like I was messaging like Yoda. And they were like, what do you do for fun? I was like, get down, do you? Right? And then I was like, dirty slut you are. Right? Because I just start talking shit to him at a point. Because it's just like, well, you don't want my nude pictures? No, I don't. There's plenty of websites for that, right?
Yep.
The best one was a doctor from the UN. Doctor from the UN wanted to contact me. So I messaged him, and then he wanted a video call, and I recorded the video call. I actually posted a part of it. The full video is on my TikTok, but I did post it to Instagram. This guy was claiming to be some white European doctor working with the UN in an effort to help the Ukrainians.
So this is recent?
This is recent. It was so great. And I kind of like, I started picking his brain. I was like, so UN, you work with NATO, right? Yeah, okay, NATO. What Geneva Convention class are you, 1, 2, or 3? Okay? I'm Geneva Convention class 2. We already know that's bullshit, right? There's no such thing as Geneva Convention class 1, 2, or 3. Great. What's the standard NATO round? Oh, that's easy. It's a 7.62. No. It's a 5.56.
7.62 is the a.ka, right?
It's an a.ka or the M60. Only higher caliber rounds.
Yeah.
So I was like, look, dude, you're not. And then he goes, why do you hate African people? I was like, I don't hate African people. I was like, I don't hate African people.
You're like, I helped out the Nigerian prince that emailed me.
I was like, it's funny you mentioned that. There's been 2 dealerships I've worked at, Honda and Toyota. And I find it's a trend that each dealership has their own Nigerian. Okay? At Honda, we had Vince Vincent, Internet Sales Manager. And over here, we got DK. Right? DK's cool people, man. I love him. He comes in these white shirts, no sleeves, little tie. You swear he got a box full of Bibles behind him.
So these are actual employees of...
Yeah. I mean, they're cool people.
Gotcha.
But Vince, he's a chief.
Like a Nigerian chief.
Like he's a Nigerian chief. And every year he goes back to Nigeria, he comes back with these little things that says, Chief of Nigeria. And then it has your name on it, right? Mm-hmm. And so me, I've always been the wrestling guy. And I have my belt that I had custom made. And he goes, you are the fake champion. I said, Vince, you can go on YouTube and find my backyard matches of me defending this belt. Okay? Where are your villagers? Right? Fuck you, Mike.
That's funny.
So the guy goes, why do you hate African people? I was like, I don't hate African people. I hate scammers like you who are trying to, just mess with people. So he video calls me. And I take the video call. Okay? And then I go, how come you never show your face? How come I never see you? He turns around. And it's an African guy. And I was like, oh, I understand the African comment now. I was like, that's cool. And I was like, so what compelled you to do this? And he's, telling me, well, my friend put me up to it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. I'm already thinking, I got to fuck with this guy. I got to fuck with him. I was like,
You can find this on TikTok.
Yeah, you can find this on TikTok. And I was like...
I've seen this shit happen. Normally they're either from India or from an African country.
Yeah, like...
And people fuck with them, fool, like...
Yeah. Oh, the guys that get the Indian scammers from India, they shut down their whole call centers. They hack in. I'm not that good. I'm just good at fucking with people, making them scared for a little bit. So I said, dude, what are you doing? I said, do you know who I am? He's like, no. I said, I'm very good at what I do. I got a lot of information out of you, very, very important information.
You're telling them this?
Yeah, I said, that's why the U.S. Army keeps me around in intelligence. Okay? And I said, my job is to find you guys, and we have a strike team in the area. I was like, so if your page is still up in 24 hours, we're going to come knocking on your door. I said, I've ruined families. I said, we'll send you to Guantanamo Bay. And we'll keep you there as long as we want. I said, you know when you go home? When I say you go home. Okay? I said, and on top of that, we don't even take you home. We'll drop you off wherever we want in the world. You ever been to Afghanistan? And then I said, you're not in Ukraine? Oh, no. it's such a fucking great video, and it's hilarious that, like, I feel bad for the people that actually fall into this bullshit, right? Like,
but that's a lot. It's a lot of people.
It's just sad that a lot of them are elderly or uneducated people, and it sucks. It's like recently the COVID scams. Did you guys see the COVID pop-ups that they were doing? They were stealing people's information. So they were saying, we're going to send you the test results. People never got the test results.
Yeah.
And they got their information stolen.
But it's not
just
uneducated
people. That's why I don't do those Obama phones.
The Obama phones? Which one are those?
No, the free phones. Huh? The free phones. The people on the side.
I call those the Obama phones because they came out under Obama. Okay? They didn't come out under any other president, or else they'd be the Bush phone. Right?
There's free phones?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I didn't even know that.
You got to be on like food stamps or something.
No, but, I mean, he lives in the good side of town now.
Oh.
He don't pass by where the fucking there's like 4 booths giving out the phones and shit.
So he's on the Covina border?
Yeah, he's on the good side. He's on the good side.
He's on the good side. Hey, you know what? I gotta tell you, man, Baldwin Park has changed.
It has a lot.
It's changed. And some of it for good, some of it I'm not so into. Like, I grew up on Tracy Street. Okay. Right down the street from Tracy Elementary. Sierra Vista Junior High and high school were just right there. Everything was right there. And one thing I will say is I don't see a lot of the tagging and the graffiti. I don't see a lot of the dumb shit happening in the street anymore. That's great. But I am noticing a lot of these businesses are gobbling up what used to be residential property.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. Hey, Cane's, Habit Burger, LA Fitness, Wobble Girl. Hey, welcome to Ball Park. We'd love to have you. Right? But how is it affecting everybody else in the surrounding area?
Well, I think since I've left, I know my mom lost her house back in 2010. So, like, we've talked about this before where obviously you could see in the San Gabriel Valley alone the influx of people that are coming in.
Yeah.
And you could tell of which origin they're from, which is mostly they're coming from Asian countries.
Bro, it's funny you mentioned that. Okay, I remember being a kid on the freeway. My brother still lives in Boyle Heights. Okay, so we go back and visit. Driving through San Gabriel, it was predominantly Asian. Alhambra, predominantly Asian. But then when you got into like
El Monte,
El Monte, it used to be heavily Hispanic.
Exactly.
Now it's heavy Asian, and we're not saying anything is bad about that.
No, of course not.
We love I love Asian food. I love Asian businesses. They got some good clothes shops. They're cool. You ever gone to a kick-ass Bobba place? I could tell you a few. I go to them in the helmet.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy influx. But it's weird because it's like a lot of the Hispanics and other ethnicities are pushing further east into Jurupa Valley, Riverside, Moreno Valley, Hemet, Paris, and it's like
Beaumont, Yucaipa, yep.
And let me tell you, I lived in Moreno Valley for 12 years. I had a chance to see the area grow, and it's nice to see what's going on, more money coming in. There's some good schools over there, but god damn, is it far?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I actually live in Redlands, so...
Well, so you're on the other,
He's on the other side
of the canyon.
Yeah, on the side of the canyon, yeah.
Do you take San Mateo or Richie?
It depends.
Okay.
Because after 4 o'clock, everybody's trying to take the canyons to go back to Moreno Valley.
Yeah.
So sometimes the freeway's faster.
So do you guys get the donkeys in Redlands?
No.
My cousin's house, last time when I was
donkeys?
there, they have free roaming donkeys.
Yeah.
Nah.
They have free roaming donkeys.
all the time.
So all through Santam and Richie Canyon and all through Moreno Valley, where I lived is more like the north side, up by the M. Okay. There's donkeys. Mm-hmm. There are donkeys.
And they're like wild donkeys.
They're wild donkeys. You cannot mess with them.
It's against city code, yeah.
If you hit them with your car, it's a felony, bro. Like, they're protected.
Gotcha.
They're part of that land.
We always go to the hills and shit,
but like,
canyon.
There's people, I don't encourage it. I'm not telling anybody to break the law, but there are people that interact with the animals. They're beautiful. They're beautiful asses. So if you guys ever want to find some ass, go to Moreno Valley.
It's for sure. We walk around the mountains and shit.
The mall's pretty dope at Moreno Valley.
Never
They
been.
got a round one.
Which mall? Which one's that
The
one?
Moreno Valley Mall's right off of the 60 and Pigeon Pass.
Okay, I don't think we've been to that mall. We've been to the Tyler.
Tyler Mall's too. It's too big. It's too big.
It's probably the only one we go to over there.
When the Nordstrom has a restaurant, I have to tell you to fuck off.
That's when it's too big.
That's when it's too big. We're not in Beverly
Duh,
Hills.
it's the only fucking place that has a Cheesecake Factory over there. So I love Cheesecake Factory.
Me too.
God damn it! You had to say
Me too.
Cheesecake Factory to my lactose intolerant ass, bro. Let me tell you how much I love dairy. I have a set of pills at work. I have a set of pills in my girl's purse, and I have a set of pills at home. Okay, because if you're gonna say we're serving tres leches, I'm there.
But you gotta take the pills.
But I gotta take the pill. I gotta take a handful of pills for tres leches. Okay.
It's 3 milks. It's
3 milks.
Triple the
but
lactose.
You know what? It's
Triple
triple lactose. The beautiful thing is
Triple M.
is the vegan options now.
Yeah.
Like you guys remember Garduno's?
Yeah.
Okay, it's still there, still popping.
Do you still go eat there?
Hell yeah,
Haven't been in years.
bro.
food.
I live right down. They serve vegan options now.
Oh shit.
So I get my asada burrito with vegan cheese and vegan sour cream, and it's great. Vegan tres leches cake. It's amazing.
It exists.
It exists. But soy milk, oat milk, almond milk.
Hey,
Yeah.
but we're Mexican. You know, Mexican. We kind of
Hey,
stick to the basics.
Didn't you hear me? Soy milk.
So,
Hey, they also have soy chorizo if you want it.
he's like, where?
But I mean, vegan stuff is cool, man. I used to be a big critic of it, but working some of it into your diet does help you out a little bit, right?
I actually thought about incorporating that so I could lose some weight and shit.
You know, it's funny. It's my nephew that got.
You should
me
actually
into
talk
it.
to some guy I know, Mike. He used to work at 24 Hour Fitness. You
Oh,
might be able to get your membership.
Brother,
for
that just shows you how great I am at convincing people. Okay, and did I go with the angle of you're gonna get super buff like me? No, I'm the average Joe. Hey man, you're gonna stay healthy. You're gonna be able to chase your kids around. Hey, you're gonna be able to chase your wife around too.
You gotta show them the promos too, man. See that energy you got.
Bro, you know what's funny? People ask me where does all that energy come from? I've always been like just a hyper guy, just buzzing around. It's just who I am. If I'm really excited about something, I'm really into something, I put all my creative juices in it. And you can really thank that to Ric Flair and Roddy Piper because those guys were two of the hottest promos out there. Woo! I'm having a hard time keeping these gators down. It's a jet flying, limousine driving, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun.
see, you guys have all that fucking memories of all the good wrestling. I didn't come into wrestling, actual WWF, until I was maybe 14, bro. Prior to that,
Who was that? Who was
Well,
at those times?
like
DX.
like
The
the
Rock.
fucking and the what is it called? The Attitude Era.
That,
Yeah,
but
the
even that
Attitude
was
Era was great.
That was a great
That was
generation.
great.
Bro,
area.
but
Great area.
you gotta remember, I grew up in a like fucking full Mexican household.
You didn't
Right.
watch Lucha Libre? You
Yeah,
didn't watch
dude.
Triple A?
Santos.
I didn't watch that shit, but I would go home. I mean, I would go to school, and in PE, everybody talking. Hey, what happened to SmackDown?
Bro,
And I'd be talking about Lucha Libre shit, and you motherfuckers be talking about
bro.
The Rock.
Mil
fucking-
Máscaras,
Oh, yeah, I love that
Psychosis, La Parca, Juventud Guerrero,
Yeah, I love all that
Super
shit.
Crazy, Dos Caras, Santos is a legend. That's
Legend.
It. I
Bro,
have.
El Vampiro Canadiense.
He
Oh,
had
fucking
Vampiro.
badass.
He had
Vampiro's
movies. Santos had movies.
Yeah.
Man. Dude, like he was
Like
a
the only
freaking
other
star.
person I knew that was that chingon was Vicente Fernandez. I was like, Santos got movies,
Hey.
Vicente's got movies.
Mario Almada back in the day too.
Oh, yeah.
but
No, but what I was saying is like, I didn't get introduced to WWF until fucking like 14.
You want to hear a little known fact? Little known fact. Do you know what mask Rey Mysterio Jr. wrestled under before he wrestled under the Rey Mysterio
I
mask?
know this, but I can't remember it.
Damn, I'm stuck. I don't know.
La Mariposa, the butterfly.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
See, I know. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
wrestling is. It's one of those passions because I mean I had a fucked up childhood. I hate to say it. My parents did their best for me. I hold nothing against them. It's just the cards that were dealt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To put it in perspective, My eldest brother, athlete, swimmer, high diver, football player, played both ways, right? I think he was a tight end. He kicked ass. Okay. My older brother George swam, high dove. My little brother Michael. Yeah, I have a little brother Michael. We'll get into that later.
We fucked this one up, so
Little
we
M.
gotta try again.
Well, I have two moms. It's
Okay.
weird. It's weird.
No, well, I can say that I'm assuming your real mom and then your stepmom.
Yeah, right. So Michael, he's a swimmer, phenomenal swimmer. My sister Josie, swam, water polo, cheerleading. Got tired of those chicks bullshit and decided I wanted to play football. You know what? She played football while we were there, and she had 8 sacks.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Cool.
My little sister. You probably know her, Josie.
Yeah. She played football?
Yeah. My cousin Michael had to tell her to kick back.
Look, bro, I didn't even know Josie and you guys were related.
A lot of people
Until,
don't,
like,
bro.
fucking after high school.
They're like, how? I was like, she's my evil twin.
I thought you were a straight white, like a white boy.
Everybody thinks
thought
I'm
so
a
too.
white boy, bro. And it. My mom's lighter skin. My grandfather was lighter skin. But if you look at my 3 brothers and my sister, you're like, they found you in West LA, didn't you, you little Jew bastard?
I don't know if you heard the story, but do you know that your uncle was owner of Tepeyac?
Oh, yeah.
El Tepeyac, the famous Tepeyac in Hollenbeck in East LA, in Boy Heights?
No.
Yeah, that was his uncle.
Oh, shit.
My tia Elena and my cousin Chuck still run the restaurant, same as it was.
One of the best burritos around, man.
You guys can mention Triple M. It's not good for a meal, but you get a shot out of it.
Don't they do that just in general?
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
You walk in, they offer
Hey,
you a shot.
why you gonna take away my shine, brother? I'm trying to get some exclusivity to my brand over
Oh,
here.
my bad, my bad.
Hey, everybody gonna be going, hey, I heard Triple M.
Triple M?
Who the
No
fuck is
manches.
That's a good one.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's just crazy, the journey, the way so long story short, my dad was married twice. Okay, his first marriage produced my brother Joey. Okay, his second marriage produced me and my sister. And then his first wife had 2 kids. Okay, lo and behold, my parents split, and by the time I'm 18 years old, my dad and his first wife are back together.
Damn.
But here's the funny thing: we all grew up together, because my dad's brother married his first wife's sister. So no matter how you cut
Keeping it in the family.
we're all in the family. And I used to call her my stepmama auntie, because
She's related to your mom, technically.
Well, here's another twist. Okay, here's another twist.
Shit, I hope it doesn't take a twist for the worse here.
Oh, it does. It's a funny joke. My mom has my niece, my sister's daughter. Like, so she's legally hers, which legally makes my niece my sister, which legally makes my niece my kid's aunts.
Mm-hmm.
She has an 18-year-old nephew, and when we're around him, I go, hey, you better listen to your tia. But, you know, it happens. Like, you have these families that have kids for, like, 20 years, right? Like, these 16-kid families.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, you know, the older siblings are going to fly out of the nest and have some kids. So you got your nephew taking you to prom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So is that why you got into wrestling? Because you had all these siblings and they were just older and athletic and...
Yeah, they're athletic. They were, like, my brother is so impressive to me, right? But I guess that's what an older brother's supposed to be. Always so kind, just a cool dude. Vice president of Volksstyle Car Club in Boyle Heights. They got all the cool Volkswagens. So he's always been like a charismatic guy. You know my sister, she was very popular, right? When she wasn't trying to beat someone's ass, she was a pretty cool person to hang out with. But me, I've always been the character, right? I've always been the weird guy, the one that wasn't afraid to entertain the crowd and make somebody laugh. So that's kind of like where I fit in. And in wrestling, you don't have to have a big body, right? Look at Daniel Bryan. Look at CM Punk. Look at Adam Page. If you want to go back historically, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat wasn't a big body guy.
Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman's a big body guy, but he's actually one of the people that I love the most, and I take a lot from in what I do with pro wrestling.
X-Pac.
X-Pac, Roddy Piper. He was the one that first grabbed me. He was smaller than the other guys. He dressed different than the other guys, and he talked a lot of shit. I was like, I am in. This dude is me, right? So I kind of took that. And Paul Heyman, it's funny you mentioned them over there, Sal. Paul Heyman is a guy that completely talked his way into the business, bullshitted his way into the business, made a fake press pass at 14, started taking pictures at Madison Square Gardens of the matches for the WWWF, the Worldwide Wrestling Federation.
Yeah.
And then they asked him, well, you want to be a manager? And he's like, sure. Why not? Been doing it my whole life. Who's better at it than me?
Yeah.
And then he started managing these guys, and that's when the traction came out. Stone Cold Steve Austin has been managed by Paul Heyman, and look what happened with him.
Blew up.
Brock Lesnar.
Lesnar.
My daughter is going to hate that I say Brock Lesnar, because he's the first one that ended the Undertaker streak.
Yeah,
And it was,
for WrestleMania.
I don't even want to talk about that shit.
brother, a lot of people
It has
have a
to.
lot of feelings, but it was one of the best things that could have happened for Undertaker.
I know he said that he was asked. He kind of did it to set him up, right?
Right.
But I've heard that he was actually hurt. So I don't know, dog. Like, if you're gonna lose a streak,
It humanizes him a little bit too, though. It makes him more
but
relatable. Because
what
you have
was
this
it,
guy.
22-0 or 21-0? I think it was at 22-0,
Brock
right?
Lesnar was the 1 and 21, so it was the 22nd match he was having at WrestleMania.
It has no meaning, dog. Like the 25th, maybe.
I'll give you this.
He wouldn't make it to the
I'll give you
25th.
this. If Roman Reigns would have beat The Undertaker before Brock Lesnar beat The Undertaker, it would have meant more for Roman's character and Roman's brand than it did for Brock. Because Brock, don't
Brock's
get me
already
wrong,
established.
hey, he's fucking amazing, man. I'm a big fan of Brock Lesnar.
His intensity, dude.
NCAA heavyweight champion.
Yep.
UFC heavyweight champion.
Wait. UFC, he kind of sucked. I gotta
No,
agree.
he was champion. Remember,
He was champion because there was nobody big like him until he met King. King whooped his ass in like fucking.
Hey,
No, but remember,
Goliath is going
Free
to get
King, by
toppled
the way.
at some point, but he's still
But he wasn't like a
champion.
reigning fucking.
He beat Randy Couture.
Couture
limited.
was like fucking 60, man.
He's a
50-something.
wrestling background.
Yeah,
New to the
but-
business. So you got
But MMA wise, I don't think he was the greatest.
But did you notice how Dana White's business model changed when Brock Lesnar came into the frame? You notice every interview, every pre-fight is a WWE show, basically.
Yeah.
We're going to let you come out here and cut
Talk
a promo on
shit,
this
yeah.
guy, and then the baby face is going to cut promo. It fucking generates money,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It adds a little bit of that reality TV to it.
look
Yeah.
at Covington. That's
Yeah.
he's a hype. Masvidal's hype.
Do you know who I think would fit in right
Conor?
now? Conor fucking McGregor is tailored fit for WWE.
Yeah.
Right? Put him with The Miz for a little bit as a tag team. Let him learn the business and let the kid make you money.
Yeah.
He'll make you more money than Ronda will right now, and she's not happy with where she's at.
Ronda's still in WWE, right?
Yeah,
back,
begrudgingly. You can see it in her performance. She's not really happy with what she's doing. She thinks her match with Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania should be bigger, but hey, you're not a seasoned veteran wrestler who kind of came up in the business, grew up in the business. You're here for a payday is how a lot of the other workers are going to look at it, right?
Gotcha.
And to be fair, that's why I love where I'm at in wrestling. I'm on the independent scene with Destination 6 Wrestling and Barstow.
I heard WWE is having a hard time that they might go bankrupt.
They are, and part of it is the talent that they have and how they're misusing it.
They're misusing a lot, dude.
They let a lot of great talent go.
What was it? Rusev? I think Rusev was. He's over at AEW now, is he?
I heard
He
AEW
does
is popping.
spots with AEW. You can find him at the Knox Pro shows right now more locally.
But he's awesome.
I know he may be an instructor at the Knox Pro Academy, which is run by the Black Pearl and Rikishi.
Ricky's still around?
Yeah, Rikishi's still around, bro. He's a big deal. He's a big deal. The NOI bloodline is one of those prestigious bloodlines like the Hearts.
I don't know why I thought he had passed away already.
No. His brother Umaga did. God rest his soul. Umaga was a hell of a performer.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, last night, Jacob Fatu took on Killer Cross, better known as Karrion Cross. It was right here in Staten. There's a lot of good local wrestling around here. You guys got EWF. You got VVW. You've got TWE. You've got also Cal Pro Wrestling. You've got NSPW, and most of these places are out of Staten, California. Like, if you know where Knott's Berry Farm is, as soon as you hit Catella, throw a left. You'll fucking find the crowd. Okay? Great local wrestling. Guys that I would recommend you highly keep your eye on. And it's somebody I requested to you guys, recommended to you guys, and I know you're trying to get them on the show. But Principe Leon is one of the best luchadors out there right now. Okay? Principe Leon is phenomenal. I know the guy on a personal level. The last show, he came out with the helmet. It was great.
With the Boba Fett?
Yeah, with the Boba Fett helmet. It was real chingon. He's our Ultra Gen 6 champion right now. So the Ultra Gen 6 title is no weight class, no gender. Anybody can come and try to take it.
Gotcha.
Duke Lawrence, who's the current Destination 6 champion. Another guy you want to keep your eye on. Drew Masters. Very, very entertaining. You want to keep your eye on him. You're talking about Lucha Libre. Vito Fratelli is a guy you definitely want to keep your eye on.
Vito Fratelli.
Yeah. He's the Sicilian psychopath. Forget about it.
I was thinking of Don Vito, fool. I don't know.
No, like this guy is a powerhouse. I just watched him take on Drew Masters 2 weekends ago. And god damn it, that dude is powerful. He picked up Drew and threw him up in the air for a pop-up power bomb. And I swear to God, I counted like 5 seconds before Drew came down. And then he came down the hard way. Vito's making a lot of appearances in Mexico, so his career is really taking off.
Okay.
But one name I think that people are not talking about right now, his career is very much in its infancy. I want to say happy belated 18th birthday to the revolutionary Noah Anderson. Noah is incredible, okay? He won his first world title at 17, okay, at our last show. Lost it that same night because someone cashed in a briefcase. Congratulations, Duke Lawrence. They put the hurting on me, too, that night. They beat the shit out of me, Black Wall Street. Thank you, guys. I love you, can't stop, Jamal. But this kid is doing incredible stuff. He recently wrestled in Arizona and came up on 2 titles. Before that, he wrestles out of the Vegas area. He's one of the few people that can do a flipping pile driver. You may know it better as the Canadian Destroyer. Because you know what a pile driver is, right? So you set up for a pile driver, but you jump, and you make a full rotation, and you land on your ass with the dude's head between your legs. So it's a flipping pile driver.
So you got the dude,
yeah,
and you make a full flip and still land it.
You do a full front flip, and you still land it. Boom.
Off the top rope or just
off the ground.
Mat? Holy fuck.
You know what athleticism that takes? Noah Anderson is the future of Las Vegas pro wrestling and pro wrestling as a whole. And how can I forget my favorite tag team, the Highlight? Isaiah Vaughn and Kid Bandit. They've actually made it to AEW. If you watched any of the last Dark episodes, they were on, I think, maybe 2 or 3 of them. Phenomenal tag team. Kid Bandit is one of those guys who's going to break out and be a big star, too.
Cool. Well, now you guys know. Fucking check them out.
Yeah.
If you're into wrestling,
like if you guys follow me on the socials, I tend to repost what they post. I love these guys, and to be fair, at this level of pro wrestling, I'm not getting rich.
It's just because of the love for it and everything.
It's for the love for it. I mean, you guys have grown up with me. You know how into it, brother. I used to have backyard matches at the school. Yeah. I remember my cardboard belts. I still own that victory over you out of the bike cage.
I think I have one too. I think we're split 1-1. That third match never happened.
Hey, what was Cisco's name?
It was 2 out of 3.
What was his?
I didn't have a name yet. I was trying to get in.
We called him Crisco Cisco because he was so slick.
What the fuck?
It was me and Steven Ortiz were supposed to be tag team partners.
Oh my God, that's right, Steve Ortiz.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Do you think we're talking about backyard wrestling and everything, and then how WWE now they're losing ground on a lot of other ones? Do you think at some point it's just going to be independent? Because
I think it is. I think the independent wrestling scene is where it's really going, and you got to think about it. Before there was AEW, it was the Young Bucks. Excuse me. They gave me that 7-Up. Primarily wrestling at PWG in Reseda. They would do these other shows. but their home was PWG. And then Kenny Omega came into the fray. And Kenny Omega is one of my favorites. It's very rare you get to see a wrestling show inside of a building you served in. So there's an armory in Burbank, the 1st of 144 Field Artillery Battalion off of Valhalla. So when it's not so active, they rent out the building for wrestling shows, and I got to see Kenny Omega tear the house down. Kenny Omega's great. So they had this idea of, like, we're tired of working for all these other promotions, and we want to bring all the other guys and give them some more exposure. That's why you notice Excalibur is one of the main commentators for PWG. Excalibur is the guy who runs, AEW, he runs PWG. Then you had Cody Rhodes come in, who's basically royalty in the wrestling business. And just so you know, you remember a guy named Kevin Parham?
Kevin Parham sounds familiar.
Big, tall, white guy we went to high school with?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kevin?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah.
Fuck.
His brother was Josh. He played basketball.
Josh,
yeah.
and he had a brother named
yeah.
Mike. Yeah, Josh was a great basketball player.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if I told you they're the Young Bucks cousins?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck the Young Bucks are.
No,
they're one of the bigger tag teams right now.
Gotcha.
So, and they'll be at Toyota Arena this June. AEW.
That's where they're coming?
Yeah, they're coming down. One of the rare West Coast shows. So you had them kind of put the collective of AEW now. And AEW is a spot to go to. People want to go to AEW more than they want to go to NXT and WWE at this point. And it's because of how the two work differently. Okay? AEW still very much is in its infancy. Okay? It's what, second year?
I think it's
third year?
Third year or something.
Third year?
Like that.
We'll see how good it goes year 5. Okay? Because year 5 is kind of like the breaking point. Their ratings are amazing. They're putting on more shows than anybody else, and they've got amazing talent. But it comes down to contract negotiations, who's got the bigger wallet, and who wants to get the other exposure, right? You got guys like Eli Drake, who I think is phenomenal, working on NXT right now when there should be a spot for him on Raw, okay? It's the mismanagement and firing of talent that WWE is doing, okay? If you kind of let the fans, I understand, at a point, the booker will know what the fan wants more than what the fan wants, but the fan's going to tell you what they want to see. And there's got to be somewhere where your plan and what they want can come together. Some swerve, some wonky finish, something can happen to make it all work. And I think that's what WWE is not getting. They have great talent in NXT, and they just blew a bunch of them out.
Yep.
I would have kept Adam Page and Kyle O'Reilly. They work an MMA style that's people will buy it, and they're smaller frame guys, right? Gotcha. The John Cenas of the world are becoming far and fewer in between because, hey, body guys are great. We want to see those muscular guys, and there's a place for them. But now people want to see a little bit more of a high pace, more action. Let me get a little flippity doo-dah in here.
It's like boxing.
Yeah.
Heavyweights don't sell out as much as
the featherweights. Unless we're talking like Mike Tyson, which is an anomaly.
Yeah. But like you said, they're one in a few, like John Cena's, the freaking Brock Lesnar's.
Right.
Just athleticism on display, pretty much, essentially.
I mean, Brock Lesnar's a specimen.
He is.
He can do a shooting star press, and he's over 300 pounds.
But imagine him doing a Jeff Hardy fucking flip from a fucking ladder.
He did it at WrestleMania. He almost broke his neck on Kurt Angle.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's not gonna do it all the time.
But that fool can't break his neck because that shit's fucking attached to his shoulder.
Hey, Brock. Yeah.
Anyways, hey, we've been talking a lot about wrestling. Obviously, we know Mike has been a big part of his life.
Yeah.
He actually announces. He's an announcer.
Yeah, he's an announcer. He's also
the
a
Golden
wrestler,
Voice.
Right? You're a wrestler too, right?
Yes and no. There are spots where I will get beat up or I'll take a bump, but no, I'm not a wrestler.
I saw that video where you were calling somebody out. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, this was calling people out and shit?
Well, here's the thing. I'm the general manager.
Gotcha.
Okay. So since Black Wall Street just beat the shit out of me out of the last show, there has to be repercussions for you putting your hands on me. So I had to suspend somebody, okay? But I play that role, okay?
Gotcha.
I would love to be a wrestler, but to be honest, Brother, it's physically taxing. You got to find the time. And I'm not making excuses, but I'm a dad. I work a full schedule, at the car dealership. And it's hard being older with responsibilities, finding and making time. Yes, can I put it in an hour of wrestling training, or do I want to put that hour in listening to my daughter play her clarinet?
True.
Yeah.
Right?
Priorities.
Yeah.
Also, I'm 38 years old, man. I bust something. I break something. I'm not mending as fast. I don't know if you guys saw that last movie, Logan, right?
Yeah. The Wolverine.
Yeah, my healing factor isn't working that way. That's why I don't pop my claws. But yeah, I mean, it's a dream, and I'm getting to live my dream, right? Is it exactly the way I wanted? Nah, but I've been thrown into a cage. I've been bounced off of a rail. I got thrown into another cage. It's a good time, right? I have relationships with these wrestlers like the God King. The God King is such a multifaceted talent that he's a wrestler, he's a writer, he's a filmmaker, okay? Then there's Ronnie Angel, who's a wrestler, he's a writer, and he's a filmmaker too. So you meet these really, really interesting guys. Ronnie's got 2 books out, right, by the way. Slash Your Dreams, find it on Amazon. And you get to do these networking opportunities, right? Like, I've introduced you guys to Principe Leon. I got introduced Ronnie to the World of News and Booze, another podcast. So it's all about networking, helping people, get to that next stage, right? Because at the end of the day, if I go home one day and I flip on the TV and there's Noah Anderson in a WWE title match of some kind, I know I was one of those bricks and the steps for him to get there. And that's all I need to know, that I helped someone achieve their dream, right? And just hoping that one day they go, hey, Mike, I remember you. Here's this Coca-Cola and a Ferrari.
Like, keep the Coke, I'll take the Ferrari.
To be honest with you, I wouldn't even take the Ferrari. Buy me an asada burrito and I'm good.
There you go.
Buy me a big-ass TV if you want to go that far. If you're performing in my town, hit me up and just let me come to the show and be a fan, man.
Serious.
And that's a weird thing about, I guess, who I am in the wrestling business, because I'll tell you, brother, the wrestling business is like any other business. You got your good, your bad, your ugly, okay? But I'm still very much a fan, right? And I think that's why I'm so good at my role, right? I'm a fan, right? I get excited when I see these guys do something big and I see the crowd pop for it, right? I like going to shows as a fan because I get to stir shit up, right? So Drew's getting his ass pounded by Vito. Don't get excited over there, Sal. It's not the videos you watch online. Okay?
I think he was falling asleep or some shit. Hey, you awake?
So
he heard pounding in the ass.
So Drew needed some help from the crowd, and Drew's gimmick is like he's a Goku guy, right? He's very into the Dragon Ball Z. His finisher's the Kamehameha. I get up and I have
what?
The Kamehameha?
The Kamehameha.
I thought he was talking Spanish. Talking earlier. My joke.
We'll figure it out.
Nobody.
So I got up and I said, "Everybody, put your hands in the air and give Drew your energy." And Drew put his hands up, and everybody gave him their energy, and he turned around and got clobbered by fucking Vito, so it was all worth for nothing. But yeah, I mean, it's a big part of who I am. It's fun. My kids are into it. It's a great time.
Cool.
That's dope.
So, I think, how are we doing on time?
We're on an hour and 18 minutes.
I think we're going to be coming to a close. I think this is probably the longest podcast we've done, huh?
Right, it has.
Yeah.
We
And see, it's funny.
Sure.
Everybody told me the fact that I talked a lot would never come in handy.
And you literally did.
I've told
Fuck
I
you,
talk a lot.
teachers that did that. Fuck you, Miss Fletcher and San Gabriel, you bitch.
Hey, we're gonna come to a close soon, but before we go, obviously we're gonna do some shit. We're gonna,
yeah.
Instead of the no mancha segment, I have a different thing since
All right.
we kind of know each other.
Because it's been no manches all
It's been
episode,
no
right?
manches all episode.
This is a no manches episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a no manches episode. But anyways, fuck. Now he just gave me an idea because you said fuck Miss Fletcher. Who are your top teachers? Like, we're gonna finish it off since we all went to the same high school. Top 2 teachers, and bad and good.
Oh, this is great. This is great. I'm going to get so much heat for this shit. Does it have to be high school?
Well, I think
Junior high?
Junior high? You went to junior high with us, right?
I went to Cerro Vista Junior High.
Okay, yeah, junior high too. Because that way we all know.
Okay, well, one. Jesus Christ. Okay, who was that one teacher bitch that thought she was Barbara Streisand in high school?
Barbara Streisand.
She was.
Was she an English teacher?
No, she was the stupid choir teacher, the drama teacher.
I never went that out.
Oh, fuck it. Since I can't remember her name, I'll say Miss Bell because Miss Bell hated my guts.
Oh, Miss Bell hated me too.
Miss Bell was cool. I was cool with Miss Bell.
Oh, Miss Bell fucking hated me.
Miss Bell hated me too.
She fucking hated me so much. It was beautiful.
She used to let me ditch and hide in her classroom.
Well, check it out.
Oh, she hated me.
So I had a free period, right? And Mr. Soto would let me sit in his calculus
Soto
class,
was
right?
cool.
Because I didn't really have anything to do.
He was a Jedi as well, right?
He was into Star Wars.
Yeah.
Actually, I thank Mr. Soto a lot because he was an outlet for me when I had like hard times. And him talking to me about Star Wars and wrestling, he was a cool dude. Very cool dude. Still very awesome dude to this day. But Miss Bell was a fucking bitch, and I won't make any gripes about it. She coached me in badminton. She hated the fact that I was with ASB. My senior year, she gave me a choice. Okay, she gave me a choice. She's like, you can let her this year, but if you play varsity, you're never getting out of that seat. And I don't know if you remember Steve Keebler.
Yeah. Yeah.
You remember
He played
Keebler?
soccer.
Yeah.
He was a year older than us.
Yeah. He coached us. He was coach of the JV squad, and then he got sick or deployed. I forget. And we were left without a coach. So I coached and played, and that's how I earned my letter. She was pissed that Coach Watt gave me my letter. When I was playing for her my junior year, my dad had come to see me with my uncle. And she goes, who's that? I said, that's my dad and my uncle. She looked at the list of who was supposed to play. She scratched my fucking name off and put someone else's name in. Fucking bitch.
That's
and I'm not
fucked up.
saying because of where she's from. I'm just saying she's a bitch from Bitch Island. Okay.
Nah, she was pretty. She's
pretty savage.
I have no gripes. She was
pretty
always
savage.
good to me.
So you were one of her favorites?
I hope so. 'Cause
This other teacher I had in 5th grade, I know you said high school and junior high, but fuck that. She made my life hell. Okay. Miss Gilbert, Miss Elena Gilbert. I remember her full fucking name. That's how torturous she was. Miss Elena Gilbert. She was horrible. Horrible. I spent most of the time in Mr. McCafferty's class at Tracy because she just didn't want to put up with me. My parents were divorcing at the time, so it was a little rough on me as a kid. And she tried to have me diagnosed with ADHD.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Because I asked too many questions.
she was ahead of her time. Huh? Every kid now has HD.
I'll never forget. We went to Alvera Street on a field trip. And, like, she made sure I was at the back of the pack. I think she was hoping I'd get lost or kidnapped or some shit. Rolling up to Veterans Day, this was great. She was talking about the flag, and I was like, no, that's not right. The red in the flag is for the blood that was shed. The white is for the purity of this nation. The blue is for the valor that is shown, right? I mean, that's what's ingrained in us, you know, growing up in a military family, you being served. She took the flag off of that little post and dropped it on the floor. When I started talking about how my dad served in Vietnam, and that's who taught me, like, savage. She gave me a 5
That's
pound.
a disrespect, by the way.
Yeah, that's
dropping
great
the flag on the
disrespect.
floor is big disrespect for any military member.
She gave me a 5 pound candy cane for Christmas.
A 5 pound candy cane?
5 pound cane. She was hoping I'd either fucking die of diabetes or all my teeth would fall out.
She's still hoping how it's kicking in. Is it
Still
working
fucking
yet?
hoping. You know, it's so many years down the line, but you
She
know,
was in the
do you
long
remember
plan.
411?
The what?
You remember you used to be able to dial
Information?
411?
Yeah.
I called 411, got her number. I would crank call her ass all the time when I was in junior high.
You
bro.
could do that?
Yeah, back in the day, that shit.
It was in the
Bro,
white pages.
bro, I used to go to the payphone in front of Tasty Freeze to fuck with her.
I didn't know you could get numbers like that.
Yeah,
man.
you
Back
do
in the
that
day,
shit all the
bro.
time, bro.
Now you gotta pay for Spokio.
Spooky.
I don't even know what that is.
You don't watch Catfish?
No.
That's how they backtrace people. Like, you get their email address, you can find out everything about
It
them.
costs you money, fool.
The two best teachers. Wow. Definitely Coach Watt. Coach Doug Watt.
I know Coach Watt, but I never dealt with him.
He's an
I had him
awesome
as a
guy.
coach.
He's a very good guy. Very good guy.
It's a funny guy.
Yeah, I can honestly say a lot of sideways shit I could have gotten into if it wasn't for ASB. Life at home at the time. Again, it's not anybody's fault. It's just the cards that are dealt. The VA kept my dad in mostly a medically induced coma at the time with all the pills. So when he would wake up, he'd be kind of pissed off because he didn't know what was going on. So I spent most of my time at school. I wouldn't leave the campus until the janitors were leaving most nights, right?
Shout out to Manny.
Oh yeah, shout out to Manny. Manny was the dude.
Yeah.
Wasn't Alfonso Martinez's brother one of the guys there too?
I think so too. Yeah.
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 The custodial staff at Sierra Vista at our time were very, very great guys. Very cool guys.
Manny was
was our
still
coach,
there when I
remember?
was there.
Yeah.
Manny was our coach.
For
Soccer in Sierra Vista.
no, but they were just cool. They
Oh,
were
you're
just
talking about older Mario Man.
Yeah. I think one of them lived across the street from us.
Yeah.
But I remember after the dances, like I would help them with the tables and stuff because I mean, what the fuck else are you gonna do, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, they were very cool guys, nice guys to talk to. They looked out for us.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They
Yep.
looked out for us. You know, if you were gonna get in some trouble, they would
Even
come
the
out and help you
proctors.
out. Yeah.
Sherry, Robert.
They didn't
Sherry,
like me.
Robert.
I was cool with them.
They didn't like me.
She would turn around
mean
when I was
Robocop?
ditching.
Oh, hey, so you know how I was always known as like the goody two shoes guy?
Who?
Me.
Oh,
You want to hear the heat I had in high school?
What's up?
I got kicked out of ASB for like 6 months.
For what?
Home lunch passes.
You were hooking them up?
Well, yeah, I wasn't charging certain people. I would just hook them up. Like, if you had a car and we would hang out, and there was a chance of me going in and out with you, yeah, you were getting hooked up, right? Because I was all about that in and out. So what happened was, one of my friends, who will not be named, Randy Nava,
Randy, man, that fool lived like
The
my
one on the
street.
corner, yeah.
he came back late with his girlfriend. And he showed the home lunch pass, and Sherry decided to check this one out. And it didn't match. So they went to the ASB computer, and it wasn't there in the ASB computer. Because I'm smarter than the average bear. I watch CSI, you know. I cover my traces.
Now that I think about it, I don't think mine was legit either.
I think I might have hooked yours
I
up.
think so.
I think
but
I
one
might
time I got caught, Sherry was like, I'm just going to turn around. I didn't see you. And I was like, cool.
And so I got hemmed up. Miss Salazar, she was the new vice principal at that time. And she goes, what do you know about these home lunch passes? I don't know anything, is what I said. And then
Oh,
she
my
showed me
Lord.
the evidence. And I was like, okay, Randy gave me up. I understand. You guys threatened he can't
Hold on.
walk.
He snitched on you?
They told him he couldn't walk. He wasn't going to walk at graduation.
Oh.
To be fair, I would have done the same fucking thing. Fuck you. I'm not going to...
I live by a different set of rules. than
Brother,
that,
it was
bro.
either I was gonna kill him or his parents were gonna kill him, right?
Gotcha.
Well, I think Mike figured he wasn't going to walk anyway. So he's like, fuck it.
Yeah. So,
What a dick.
so they asked me for names, and I gave names to everybody that I knew had a home lunch pass illegally, but that was not friends with me in any way, shape, or form. So I threw a bunch of people under the bus. Yeah, anybody got suspended? Fuck you.
Stole me $5.
But I called my mom. She cleared me going home. My dad never knew. He probably knows now because he's in heaven. So he got to see the playback, but like for a whole week, he thought I went to school.
Damn.
Miss Bailey called me and told me when the letter was going to get to my house.
Miss Bailey, who was that?
She was one of
was
the
the
very
older
nice
lady.
ladies that worked in the discipline office. I'm surprised you didn't know her in the discipline office.
I was always with the fucking, I can't remember the principal's name. It was the big dude fucking.
I just remember Miss White.
Miss White.
Oh,
you
Miss
know
White.
she is now the principal of Sierra Vista.
Yeah, she's the principal of Sierra Vista.
She actually retired a couple years ago.
Jesus Christ, nobody has to deal with those man calves ever again.
She would wear a dress with tennis shoes.
Yeah. Hey, bro, she would chase you the fuck down, bro.
Those cows,
You
yeah.
know what she reminds me of?
Terminator 2?
No. That coach from the movie, Scary Movie?
Yeah.
The one that's like, hey, you want to do this shit? Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? That's Miss
And
White.
it's so funny because she was the vice principal at Service
Junior high.
Then she went to Baldwin Park High School. And Josie decided she wanted to go to Baldwin Park.
Because of Miss White?
No, because she wanted to be away from me. Right? And then she had many run-ins with Miss White and said, fuck this, I'm finally going to Sierra Vista. By the time she gets to Sierra Vista, Miss White's there. And she goes, what are you doing here? She's like, that's right, bitch. I'm always watching you. Definitely Coach Watt. Coach Watt, because ASB was such an outlet for me. I had such a great time in ASB. It made me a lot of who I am. Mr. Baylor.
Mr. Baylor was cool.
Mr. Don Baylor. He was so cool, man. Vietnam vet. Yeah. Vietnam vet. He let me play my wrestling videos that I would make in his class. I remember Valentine's Day. He had that heart-shaped CD. The Swatch song. But yeah, those two really stand out.
Cool. You had any?
Man, now I'm trying to think. I don't know. It's hard for me to pinpoint.
Hey, bro, I will forever Miss Ponce. I had a crush on her.
I never had her.
I had a crush.
But
I don't
she
know if
was
you know
the
her.
the Spanish teacher.
Well, she did world history, and
Now that you mention it.
I had a crush on her, dog. I fucking went back. I was her teacher's aide. I flunked on purpose to get fucking her class again. No, I went back after I went into the military.
I did too.
I went back to see her.
Yeah.
Because I was an ass. I was like, she would always tell me, you know, she was all about like the Chicano shit or whatever. Miguel, listen, why are you doing this? Like, you have so much potential. And I'd just be like, cuz, this is the life I live, you know? that fucking little face where you go
This is the way.
This is the way. And yeah, I went back and I fucking told her, I was like, hey, miss, I went in uniform, dog, my dress blues. And I thought I was going to pick her up or some shit, right? But I was still young.
Okay,
I was 19.
I won't tell you my story then about when
you
I went
hooked
back.
up?
No, we didn't hook up, but I mean, the conversation kind of rode the line of flirtiness. But to be fair, there were conversations like that before I even graduated with Miss Seward that kind of rode the line of flirtiness.
Well, we all know.
Yeah, right. But yeah, you know, I haven't been back. I haven't been back in quite a while. I went back a few times while I was in the Army, and then after I got out, I went and did a couple leadership trainings for ASB.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, that's cool.
Since then, I know Coach Stevens is kind of taking over the role of activities director there.
He's still around?
He's still there.
Yeah,
Nice.
Coach Stevens is still there.
Yo, I have something to say about Miss Seward.
Oh, my boy.
Everybody has stories about Miss Seward. I'm sure.
Yo, she still DMs my boy on Instagram.
Damn, she ain't never hit me back once. I've been like, hey, thanks for the education.
See, that's some young fool.
Hey, you get it, young hen, you get it.
I was once invited to help her decorate her
Hey,
house for the.
if she wants a chicken nugget and not a steak, that's her problem.
Anyways, hey, we're gonna move on because
Teachers, yeah, I don't.
yeah,
I always had some good teachers, but
Yeah.
No, it's all good. I feel like we could fucking sit here and just
Bro, we can
bullshit
keep
for
going.
hours, fool.
This is going to turn into a Joe Rogan podcast.
For
Yeah,
real.
exactly.
Except nobody's going to try to cancel us.
There you go.
Maybe, I don't know. Fuck.
Well, have we said anything yet? That we
I
have
don't
to
know, we
edit?
review this shit.
I probably, you're going to want to put a viewer discretion advice on this shit.
Anyways, we want to say thank you again for coming.
Hey, no problem. Anytime.
We started doing something where we always ask our guests to say something that they've lived by.
Words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom. That's what it's called. It doesn't have to be something corny. It's whatever you live by. It could be something like, hey, eat your Cheerios. You know what I'm saying? Because your bones are gonna grow better or whatever. So, what are your words
That
of
was a
wisdom?
weird ass analogy to use
I
for
don't
a.
fucking know. You know
I
what
don't
I'm
know how
saying?
fucking Cheerios make my bones
I
stronger.
never had Cheerios.
I'm lactose intolerant over
Come
here.
on, dude.
I walk around with a smile. Be nice to people. Just be nice to people. Greet people with a smile. Right? It's amazing. I smile at everybody, man. And if you're not smiling back, it means you're having a bad day. And if you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. But, you know, we don't all have to be assholes.
Be human.
Yeah, just be human. Kind of understand where the other guy is.
Cool.
Right? You know, just be cool, man. Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Hey, since you're dealing with the smile, can you do the Joker? Let's put a smile on.
Let's put a smile on that face.
And that's the best way to end it right there.
Anyways, thank you guys for listening. We have more stuff coming out.
Yeah. Again, if you guys want to find me, Instagram and TikTok at 3PLEM84. Otherwise, you'll find me over at John Elway's Crown Toyota in Ontario.
Where else can they go see you for wrestling? Any shows coming up?
We got a show coming up on March 19th
He actually invited us to.
in Barstow, 235 Main Street. Doors open at 1:30. Show starts at 2 p.m. $20 at the door.
Okay.
buy some merch. I don't know if I'm medically cleared to be there yet.
Gotcha.
You forgot the.
Well, I can't give away. It's totally.
Oh,
again.
sure.
Okay.
I have it in the car, brother. It was either the helmet or the neck brace. You couldn't do both.
There you go. Can't
Gotcha.
fit into it.
Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks, Mike, for coming
Hey,
on.
no problem. No problem. Thank you guys for
We had a
having
lot
me.
of fun, man.
Yeah, we did.
Appreciate it.
See you guys on the next one.
Hey, if this gets like 1,000 views or something, can I come back on?
Oh, man. You could get 10 views and you come back
All
on.
right,
and
10
don't worry
views. You heard they put the bar low.
It's going to be
10
all Mike.
views.
I think the next one we'll actually do is something with wrestling. Like either you fuckers gonna get to rematch.
We got to do a promo like Pat McAfee.
Oh, brother,
McAfee.
he doesn't want the smoke.
Hey.
I'll put it to you this way. Okay. My ex-wife was about 250 pounds, and I would do whatever I want with her. What am I going to do with you, Dolly?
Yeah, I don't want to do shit.
Hey, we're going to have to flip it to Mike and Cisco.
Hey, he likes to be manhandled, fool. So fuck it.
Watch this. Hey, Cisco, what does the sound 3Ms make together?
No.
He thought about it before. See, it works better at the bar.
Gotcha.
I knew it was
guys.
coming.
Yeah, everybody knows when I'm coming.
Alrighty, man.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you, guys. See
Peace
ya.
out.
Peace.